Okay, we're recording. So I have been doing this 10x challenge, and it's the Rob Sperry challenge I talked about last week, and I have been totally loving this. I would recommend, if you guys run across a challenge like this where you have 10 different trainers for 10 different days or something where it's different trainers, I would recommend it because it's introduced me to all new people. I didn't know who any of these people were before I started the training. So it's introduced me to new people, and they've all covered a different topic. And this one has been really awesome because all the speakers are only allowed to talk for no more than like 20 minutes. And then he does a little, usually it's less than 10 minutes, but today's is a little bit longer, like a little recap. And then he assigns a task, like a challenge, the challenge part, every 48 hours. So you don't have to do it every day, which is awesome. And I love it. So anyway, I think I'm going to probably start doing maybe some of his training. He did a private training for just our group too, because Bridget, I think her last name is Metzger, like promoted this a whole bunch. So he did a private training just for the travel agents. So I'm going to share some of this stuff with you guys over the next couple of weeks. And of course, ITQ stuff as well, which I'm super excited. And I'm really excited to meet Rhonda from Trinidad and Tobago and everybody else who's going. Jen is going. Nicole is going. So I'm really excited for that. But anyway, so I wanted to talk about a couple of things. First of all, today I'm going to challenge you guys to do two things for next week. So one thing that is kind of a common theme with all these trainers is that everybody, of course, always talks about mindset and how you have to have the right mindset or you're not going to have success. But they also talk a lot about like staying true to you and like your own style of talking to people in marketing. And even if you're doing, tasks, that you're staying like true to who you are and what feels right to you, instead of following like every single little step that is instructed to you by some of the challenges, maybe some of the uplines or whatever. And I've kind of always done that just by default because I'll do stuff that like makes me step out of the comfort zone. But if it just doesn't feel right, like the thing that I want to do or the way I want to run my business, I don't do it. Because and Tracy and I, that's one reason why we kind of like branched out too, is because we want to be real, true, and 100% honest, and also be able to share with you guys like what we know about actual travel and how to financiers and things like that, making sure that everybody has as much, support as possible to reach their own personal goals. So anyway, so this was something that I didn't really want to do, but only because I didn't want the response because I've been so busy with messaging and talking to other people. But he had us reach out to 50 people who we know. Okay. So these are actual real people who we know, not just like acquaintance Facebook friends, but people who like you actually really know. It could be on your phone, could be, through Facebook. I did it through Facebook because also it helps with algorithm. Somebody else did it. They went and liked and commented on a couple of their posts and then messaged them. But I just started with A, and then I have my like stopping person to where I can keep going too, to keep track. But all you're going to do is reach out to 20 people and have a conversation with them. That's it. Hey, how you doing? What's new? I've said something like, your new baby is so cute. I might be coming out that way. Let's get together. Things that you might know about them, or even just there's been people where I've just reached out and said, hey, hope you're well. Hope you're having a great 2020 so far and whatever. So some people it's been a little bit more awkward to reach out to, but I'm still doing it because one of the themes for this training is like be the boldest version of you. So I went ahead and did, some people who I was just kind of like, I don't even know what to say to this person, but I know them. I used to actually hang out with them or whatever, you know, have work with them or whatever it is. I haven't talked to them in years. And it has to be somebody you haven't talked to in at least 6 months. Okay. And so the idea is basically that you are just doing things to kind of help yourself stand out in our field of what we do, network marketing. Okay, we're not just reaching out to people and like, hey, can you join my business? Hey, can you book some travel? Hey, whatever. You're just reaching out, you're just talking, getting to know them. Again, it might be, they may never look at your message. You might have a quick conversation. You might have no conversation. You might have a long conversation. To me, so far, it's led to some travel stuff. And genuinely getting to know a few things. I found out my one friend, Jess, like bought a house last month. I've caught up with friends in Colorado who I lived out there for 11 and a half years and really haven't been in touch with very many people. So it's been pretty awesome too. But basically what you're doing is you're just trying to build trust and develop a relationship and stay in touch with people. You're just trying to stay in touch with as many people as you can, just to get to know and so that you are getting to know people better and staying in touch with them more. So 20 people, reach out. You can't have been in contact with them for at least 6 months. Just say hi, be a real person and a good person, and that's it. That's all we're doing. We don't say anything about travel, and we're not going to. This isn't going to lead into like, oh, down the road, we're going to be like, hey, you want to do whatever. This is just, that's it. That's where we leave it. And he really suggests that we actually add this to our DMO. Reach out to 5 people every day to your DMO. Just say, hey, what's up? How's it going? And at first I was kind of like, okay, I'm going to reach, you know, because we had 50 to do in 48 hours. And of course I do other stuff with my life and not just that. So, you know, at first I was like, oh my gosh, I don't even want these people to message me back. So I'm not going to ask them like, how are you doing? Or any kind of question. I'm just going to be like, hey, what's up? Hope you're well. And I really do hope you're doing well. Like some of you guys, I totally love you, whatever, you know. I mean, I genuinely care about my friends and people who I know, but, you know, I have like all these messages that I'm, you know, doing with this ad and trying to talk to people who are potentially interested in the business, and I'm really focused on that. So I don't want a shit ton of other messages. You know what I mean? So, but then after a little while, I was kind of like, okay, this is kind of nice. Like, this is cool. I like this. And I started actually asking, how are you doing? Or some kind of question where they might actually respond, which a lot of them did respond. And it wasn't like this long, too drawn out conversation. It was pretty good. So anyway, that's first thing. And then the next thing that I want to talk to you guys about is branding, because I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I'm about branding, but I don't know even exactly how to brand myself or how I want to even still yet. And I don't know if you guys do. I mean, I have some things that I like, and, you know, my Facebook pages have a theme, but the idea is that we want to go toward finding our brand and branding ourselves that way. Okay, and what that means basically is that you are building trust with people again, and that you are, you know, you are associating yourself with these things that you like and are important to you and are part of who you are. And then you are introducing this to people. And the idea is that when they think of whatever certain thing that is, they're going to think of you. So other things aside from you in the world will make people remember you. And then they trust you more and they want to do business with you more. And that is how to brand yourself. So I want to share this. And we're not really supposed to share these trainings. But I just wanted to share like this little bit of this training because it has a task, and this is the second thing that I would suggest that you guys do. I've done it and I really enjoyed it. I've learned a lot. already in the training in general. I'm going to share other stuff with you guys too. This girl's name is Amber Deloof. I've never heard of her before, but I really liked her a lot. She was like really real and about a lot of the same stuff that I like minimalism, kind of, you know, going in that direction, you know, being clean living, natural living, you know, nature, traveling, adventure. She had a lot of those things in common. So I instantly like, you know, decided I would probably end up doing some of her training in the future too. But I think we're probably listening to like maybe 2 minutes of this, and then I'll shut it off. And that way you guys can hear it from her, and also you can hear what she suggests that you do. All right. So let me know if you can hear it.
Figuring out your personal brand, okay? Because the minute we have the personal brand figured out, you're going to attract humans like you. Do you know how many adoptive moms I have on my team? So many, okay? Because that's a huge part of who I am, okay? So you're going to take a minute, not now, and you're going to write down everything that you love to talk about. Everything that, sorry, everything that you are passionate about. What do you love? Okay, and I just want you to brain dump it. That phrase is always funny to me. Brain dump your face off and write down all the things you love, all the things that make you you, all the things that people would know you for. Okay, and I don't want you to put it in this box. I want you to just do it. Okay, I'm going to give you a couple of mine because I want you to understand what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm a Jeep girl. I drive a Jeep. All right. I love Louis Vuitton. I'm sorry, not sorry. Okay, I am a massive Friends fan to the point where my husband and I have matching his and her lobster tattoos. Okay, like huge Friends fan. I am an adoptive mom. I am a lactation counselor. I am a doula. For those of you who don't know, I actually own a traditional business as well. I'm a certified doula. I own an agency in my area. I am a car seat Nazi or tech, if you prefer. Okay. I am a glamper. We glamp our faces off. Like we made a goal last year from May to October to sleep in our camper more than we did in our house, and we crushed it. Okay, so we are campers. I'm an adoptive mom. I am a special needs mom. Okay, my daughter has a life-threatening condition. Okay, those are just a few of the things. Okay, I have branded that ish life. I believe in it's not about perfection. It's about living in the balance of figuring your ish out. I'm healthy-ish. I'm paleo-ish. I'm vegan-ish. Okay, I'm minimalist-ish. That word didn't work, but I am. Okay, so I want you to write them all down. And then I want you to go through and I want you to circle like 10, 15 of them. Okay, the things that stand out the most to you. Oh, I read. I'm a bookworm. I am obsessive. I read 100 books a year and I track every single one because I am obsessive. Okay, and then I'm a big influence is a big thing for me. Okay, so I want you to brain dump all the things that you think no one else will care about. Okay, all the things that make you you, the things that make you so uniquely you that like it's undeniable who you are, okay? And so you got to dig in. And then I want you to circle 10 to 15 of them. And I want you to then put them in umbrellas, okay? So I'm going to tell you what my 5 umbrellas are. And I use the word, I'm sorry. Okay, please. Okay. I use the word umbrellas because I wanted to encompass everything that you are. Okay, so I'm going to tell you my 5 umbrellas and kind of what's under them because I want you to understand how this kind of works in your brain because then I'm going to tell you how you're going to use it. Okay, I too am reclining my seat on an airplane. I am disrespectful as AF on that. Okay, let's move on. All right, so my top 5 are the ish life, which is healthy-ish, paleo-ish, vegan-ish. I have chronic Lyme disease, so I like to help people get their health in order, okay? I like them to understand what impacts our health and how we can heal ourselves along the way.
All right, I'll stop there. But I was hoping that she would talk a little bit about the umbrellas a little bit faster. But anyway, so like one of our other umbrellas is family, and the idea is that you can put multiple categories of things that are important to you under different umbrellas. And you have 5 umbrellas in the end, and then that is how you brand yourself. And when you're posting on Facebook and things like that, if it doesn't fall into one of your umbrellas, then you don't post it. So, and then Rob goes back and he talks about how he kind of did it backwards. Like he went to his Facebook page and looked at everything he was posting and kind of branded himself that way, which I think would be something good for me to do because I have a Facebook page that I've been managing for quite a while and it's all over the place. So it might help me decide, you know, how I want to brand myself, which I have done the activity that he suggested, or that they suggested, and I've come up with a few things that are important to me. Health, experience is one. Helping, those are 3 that I'm leaning towards right now. Nature, because those are, you know, those encompass many different things that you can put into different, you know, they catch many different things from your categories. Okay, so that's what I have. I think you guys should do the activity. I think it will help you with your growth. It has helped me. I'm going to share other things with you guys as we go. One thing to right here that I will leave you with that Rob was, that I really liked of his, was one thing he said is, are you really working? Whenever you sit down to work your business, are you really working your business or are you fake working? And I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know how much time I spend fake working. Like, are you getting ready to get ready to do the thing, or are you just sitting down and doing the thing? So I was like, that's some tough love that I like, because he said that he used to fake work for like 70 to 80 hours a week. And what it comes down to, if you are a team builder, is literally how many people have you talked to that day? Have you talked to, you know, have you talked to people, or have you told other people to talk to people? Are you doing what you say that you are telling other people to do or suggesting for DMO? Are you actually doing it? So that's something that that I thought was pretty funny. I love how he talked about it too. His sarcasm is fun, which I can always appreciate. All right, well, headed to Vegas Wednesday. I'm super excited to bring back stuff with you guys to share. And I'm super excited to have you guys, some of you guys going and meeting people, and, you know, gotta give a huge shout out to Rhonda, who is coming in from Trinidad and Tobago. I can't even believe it. I'm so excited. We've been working together since like last summer, and we've never met in person. So that's like one of the highlights for me. And then also 2 people, Jen and Nicole, and I, all 3 have known each other since like we went to school together. So I love that about this business, is that it introduced me to people, you know, in other countries who I've never met before and would never have the chance to meet. And it also makes me reconnect with people who are, you know, people I've known for a long time, and have a better, nicer relationship with them, because somehow this business has like made our lives, you know, cross paths again. And I truly appreciate that. So I'm really excited. And so hopefully somebody's going to win some travel from this team.
I need to win something, whether it's some money on the craps table or something. I better come home with something.
I know. And it's like there's this whole other element of the fact that we're actually in Vegas, and there's like gambling and stuff, like and we're in Las Vegas.
Something.
Because in Orlando, you know, for convention, like it was great and it was beautiful, and like the venue is really, really pretty and it's awesome there, but you're not in like Las Vegas, where you have like people just go there just for that, people don't go to that specific resort just for that, they go there because they're going to Disney or traveling or whatever. So I'm excited to pull some slots, but anyway. Tracy, do you want to go ahead and share some of the things that you have to share?
Yeah, I wanted to also say something about how are you really working. I don't track my hours, but I feel like I work a lot. So, I mean, obviously, if I take my daughter to school and then I come home and then I work on travel, I am on Facebook all the time. And my daughter will be like, what are you doing? I'm working. No, you're not. You're on Facebook. But I'm actually working because I'm adding friends, I'm posting in groups, I'm getting ideas, I'm prospecting, I'm posting deals. So even though I spend most of my time at home on Facebook, I am actually working. That's what I tell myself. I mean, I may get lost on an Aldi's group, but I'm pretty much working all the time. So
that's the thing about our jobs, is that we do a lot of legitimate work on Facebook, but man, is it easy to look at those puppies and babies, for me at least. Oh my gosh. And then I have to really like rein myself in, or I have to like not, I see a text come in or I see a notification and I have to like stop myself from going there,
Right.
For me, I mean, I do a lot of work, but I would love to know how much of my time is like distraction on Facebook.
Yeah.
But then there is
I'm going to start writing down actual times that I'm actually doing money-making activities.
Well, and yes, that's a great idea. I totally think that as soon as we get back from Vegas, we should do our own challenge. We can talk about how we want to do it or what you guys want to do, but I think it would be fun. And I think we should definitely all do that together. But there is that aspect too of getting ideas too. And there's definitely been times where I've just been kind of not really working that much and then run across something where I was like, wow, this is awesome. And I love this for my business. So.
Right.
Struggle's
Exactly.
real. Anyway.
So I want to talk about what do we do after we book the trip. And I'm a firm believer in making as much money as possible on one trip. So once you book the initial package deal, and because I book a lot of cruises, that's mainly what I book. I want to talk to you about booking the excursions. You don't want to book those through Carnival because they're not commissionable. So if you book a cruise, I want you to look at your vendor list and pick out what you're going to do next. Are you going to book their insurance next? Are you going to book their transfers to and from port, from the hotel to the port, and back from the port to the pre-cruise hotel? So you got those two things you can book, and you can also book their excursions. And every time I've done this, I've actually found it cheaper than on Carnival. So let me try to share my screen, and I'll show you about cruise excursions first, and then I'll show you about other excursions as well. And we know I also have a challenge with getting the shirt. Okay, can everybody see my screen? Anyone?
No, I can't. It's
No.
black.
Why does this always happen to me?
I know the first time it's always black.
It always does. I don't know why. I don't know what I do wrong. Let's try again. Oh, let's try this one. Okay, that might be why. Wrong every time.
There you go.
Okay. So this particular vendor that I like to use is shoreexcursionsgroup.com. They are on your vendor list, so you can register with them. It's actually through IntelliTravel. still log it into your back office after you book the excursions because you're not on your IntelliTravel back office. You're on a separate site. So when you book this, you go ahead and send yourself the confirmation email and log it in as a register and outside booking in your back office so you get commission. So this is just one of my cruises that I have coming up. It's a group. They're going on the Carnival Vista, May 30th, 7 nights. And I'm going to see what excursions are available for them. Take a look up here because a lot of people will tell you they don't want to book an excursion outside of Carnival because they don't think that we'll get them back to the ship on time. These excursions are lower prices than cruise lines. They get a money back guarantee. They're usually smaller tours because they're not going with the 3,000 people on the ship to the excursion. We do have a 24/7 traveler hotline, and they are guaranteed to return to the ship. So rest assured that you do not have to book it with Carnival. We are going to get you back to the ship on time. You're not going to miss the ship. The first thing that comes up is some package deals, and I love these because I don't have to go in and do all of them separately. This is my cruise right here. This is where they're going. So if they say just book me an excursion on each port, then I can actually do the package deal right here. It has your snorkeling, you're interacting with stingrays, and your waterfall in Jamaica. And that price is $217 for 3 ports. That's pretty good. So you have your package deals over here on the right. Dunn River Falls is one of the most asked about excursions in Jamaica. And I don't know exactly how much it is if you book it through Carnival, but I know it's a lot more than $87. So here are all of your excursions that are available. Oh, I'm sorry, these are your sales. These are your packages and your sales. But if you don't see what you want, just click on the date you're looking for and view excursions. And again, all of the excursions that are available for that day will come up. And I found one on here earlier that we would like. Oh, and this is awesome. Resort Day Pass for $78. That includes their lunch. Every excursion will tell you how many hours it is, the activity level, what group size it is, which you want to try to get them in those smaller groups, what excursion type it is, and what's included. There's some zip lines. There's some diving. Your dolphin swims are in here. I'm not going to go through all of them, but I think this is the one we would like. Crazy about tacos. Do you know the correct way to eat a taco? I would totally do that.
We are all about tacos.
Yeah, I would totally do this excursion. Click on it for more details, and this will give you all of the information about it. So that's the vendor that I like to use for cruises, shoreexcursionsgroup.com. There are also other ones on your vendor list, and one of them are Shore Trips. So take a look at your vendor list, and if you can't find the tour that you're looking for, just try your other vendor. Another good place to get activities is right in your IntelliTravel back office. Ugh, what the heck is that?
That is crazy.
So I am taking my kids to Miami for spring break, and I reached out to a friend of mine that owns a yacht, and I said, how much is it for Monday, March 16th to go on your yacht? And he told me $1,500. He's crazy. I have one right here for $622.
That is insane.
So if you want to book excursions or activities in your back office, just go to Book Travel. Scroll down to Activities. This may make me log in again, but I have used this a million times. These are Viator, which is a well-known worldwide excursion group. So it's not some janky little company. Come on. So book travel, activities. I have booked the Guinness Brewery in Ireland back here before. I booked a lot of excursions back here before. They're all commissionable. And because it's going to take you to the Viator website, even though you're booking it through your back office, it's going to take you to another website. Again, get your confirmation email and log it in as a register outside booking.
Hey, Tracy.
Yeah.
What about for all inclusives? Like, so like right now I have a couple people I've booked with Vacation Express and they want to pay for their excursions before. Do I book that through Vacation Express or I find them back here as well?
So they are excursions that are above and beyond what the package offers them.
Yeah. So like they're going, it's a Punta Cana all inclusive and they want to do
Yep.
excursions.
I would book it back here because if you call the resort, well, you're not going to call the resort. I don't know. I don't think you get commission on Vacation Express excursions.
Okay, that's what I wasn't sure.
I could be wrong. You could call Vacation Express and just verify that, but
Okay.
I don't think they're commissionable.
Okay.
They aren't with cruises, so I would think the same thing, but
Right.
I don't know for sure either.
I'm not 100% sure. You could call Vacation Express and ask them. They'll be honest with you.
Okay, I'll call them and find out for sure.
Yeah, for sure. So that's the boat that we are maybe going to go on. It's not $1,500 for the day. So all of your different excursions are back here. And these are really good price too. You can do a private sailing charter for $400. Like these are amazing prices. Also, let's talk about transfers. If you're booking through a vendor that's not going to automatically add the transfers like Vacation Express does, this is where you can also find your commissionable transfers. So I have a lot of clients that go places that the transfer is not included, and this is how I find them. I'm gonna see if I find them now. Helicopter tour, I don't think I feel safe doing that right now. I'm gonna try to find some transfers for you. And one of my groups that is going to the cruise port in Miami, I'm actually booking them this transfer. Here's your private transfer with SUV from Miami Airport to hotel. And let me look at the details. So if you have a group that needs a transfer, which I always do, they always need to get from the airport to the hotel. Most of the time the hotel will have a transfer to the port, but not always from the airport to the hotel. So this is where you can find these transfers. I'm trying to find out if that's $99. It says up to 6 people. Maybe that's $99 per person, I would assume. But anyway, you can look in the description to find out the exact details. It gives you all the information that you need to know. I don't really know the commission amounts on these. They all vary, but they're between 10 and 16%. So if you have somebody, let's change this. Let's say you have someone going to Dublin, Ireland. No match is found. That really does exist, I promise. Just going slow. All right, so you have somebody going to Dublin, Ireland.
and you want to find them some activities. So you've got your transfer, you've got a tour here, if they want to take a tour. You've got your Dublin City Highlights tour. I mean, just whatever you can think of is here. Like I said, I booked the brewery back here for my Ireland client. I booked all their transfers back here. So even if you're using a big vendor like GoGo or Globus or any of the big vendors, I simply just, if it's not included, I don't book it through them. I just book the package, the flight and the hotel, and then I book everything else separately. It's a little bit more work, but you're going to get paid, you know, every time you book something. You're going to get paid on the transfers, you're going to get paid on the activities. Ask them what they want to do when they're there. Plan an activity for every single day. You're going to get paid on the insurance. So that's where you can find those things, the excursions and the activities to book. Commissionable. Okay, does anybody have any questions on that?
Nope.
Sweet.
All right, well, I don't know if anybody else has anything that they want to talk about or questions or throw out there or anything like that, but
I want to just remind everybody that you have open agent forums on Friday nights through IntelliTravel. So if me or Ashley can't get back to you and you have questions, there's tons and tons of training and available to you. So open agent forums are on Friday nights where you can always get your questions answered. It's like a live Q&A session. I work on Friday nights, so I don't go to those. But that's a good thing to have if you have questions and we're not available to answer them for you. If we don't know the answers, we'll find out the answers for you, but you have tons of things available to you if you have questions or need help.
for sure, we're here for you guys. And also, I do want to mention too, for anybody who is interested in team building or already team building, our Planet Marketing convention will be at the end of September. It's September 24th to the 26th. The tickets are usually a couple $100, and then you know, it's going to be at the Gaylord Palms again this year. I've already looked at some flights, at least from Ohio. There's really cheap flights in Orlando to Orlando from Ohio. And I'm going to be reserving a room or rooms as soon as we get back from ITQ. I really suggest if you guys, you know, attend these events if you can. I know that there is obviously like a financial piece to this, but these events really do help you grow, help you network, meet other people. They're awesome, they're motivating, they're fun, and you're just surrounded by people who are trying to do the same thing as you. And even though we do a lot to stay connected, we do our Monday nights with just us even. And, you know, I love Cindy's team, Cindy and Tammy and all these guys. Like, I really do. You know, everybody does all these different trainings and they're awesome and they are a great way for us to stay connected, but being able to be around each other in person and be around other people who are doing the same business as us, experiencing the same challenges, having some of the same or similar goals, sharing, you know, success stories and how to do things and learning how to do things and all of that. Like, it really is awesome for your business. So think about it if you want. And then, of course, you know, ITQ will begin in a year, but the next big event, which is for people who are involved in wanting to team build or already team building, is going to be the Planet Marketing Convention, September 24th to the 26th. So, and ITQ is the big IntelliTravel, you know, learning travel side, and that's annual as well. I don't know where they'll do it next year, if they keep it in Vegas. Tracy, do you know if it's always in Vegas? I think it was last year.
ITQ, yep.
It's always in Vegas. But anyway, just wanted to throw that out there for people to think about and start thinking about, because I'm totally good for, rooming together and trying to save on room costs and whatever it takes to get people there if you guys are wanting to go to that. So.
And we have our team training in luau in Columbus.
Yeah.
Remember the dates, Ashley?
Is it May 2nd?
I think.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
May 2nd. I'm excited for that.
There's a Drink Brothers event in Cleveland I'm going to in April too. I don't know. Are there anybody else that needs to go to that, Ashley? I think Nicole's going to go with me.
So there are people who are flying in on our team, like Toby and Cassie are actually coming in from Maine. And Cassie's going to go to Dream Makers. Toby's already been to Dream Makers, but he's just coming in to hang out with everybody. So I will probably, I would go up there and hang out or whatever, go to Columbus and hang out or whatever. But yeah, and if anybody else feels like coming in to Dream Makers, maybe you don't have a Dream Makers near you, if you kind of got to think about it quick with Dream Makers, because they do fill up quick. But if you go on the waiting list, a lot of times you do get in. I went on the waiting list and I got in. That one only costs it's less than $25. It's between $20 and $25.
I think it's 20. And I can't remember if I bought my ticket or not. I need to look.
Yeah, get your ticket. But if you think there's no Dream Makers out by me, which there are people on our team who don't have a Dream Makers event very close to them. Some people, and Toby kind of started it, I think, on our team. It was like, it's fun to go to a different state's Dream Makers because, it's just kind of fun to meet other people and stuff. And if I would have thought about it before I went to ours in Cleveland, I may have done that. But we're lucky that we do have one that's within only 2 hours from me. So anyway, throwing that out there for sure. Dream Makers in Cleveland in April, and then Cindy's Luau, which Tracy will be coming in for. I think it's May 2nd, beginning of May for sure.
Yeah, and I found really cheap flights from St. Pete to Rickenbacker, and my mom can pick me up. Lisa and Cherie are driving. They were like, "Why don't you just drive with us?" No.
To where? To Ohio?
Yeah, I have no interest in being in a car for like 18 hours.
No.
It's an hour flight and it's $80.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. I'll fly, thanks.
Yeah, well, we always drive to Florida because we go to, these last few times we've gone to Destin and then Orlando and all done. We went to St. Pete to see you guys and do all that. But yeah, I would.
If all goes well, we'll be in Destin soon by the end of next month.
Are you going to take a trip down there?
Oh, yeah. The maiden
Awesome.
voyage with the RV.
Sweet. You'll have to go say hi to my sister.
Sure.
Awesome. All right. Anybody else? Anything?
Nope, I'm good.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us, for listening to the replay. As always, we're here for you guys. We love you guys. We want you guys to succeed in whatever your goals are for this business. And we'll talk to you soon. All right. Bye.
Thanks, Ash.
Thank you.